Hayes was the perfect Republican poster boy. He'd been a general in the Civil War, and this was a really big issue and a tactic used by Republicans. Basically, the strategy is called waving the bloody shirt. It reminded the American people that the winners were the Republicans and that the traitors were all Democrats. And so by bringing his war effort into the narrative, it helped people remember who the quote-unquote good guy was. Hayes was actually pretty clean. He had some integrity. He ran against a man named Tilden, who was the Democrat. Now, Tilden is actually going to win a majority in the popular and electoral votes, but he missed the majority in the Electoral College by 1 vote. He received 184 votes, but he needed 185 to win. So, where are these missing electoral votes? Louisiana, Florida, and South Carolina. The Redeemers had won the elections in the state election, but in the interlude, the ones who were still in power were the non-Redeemer governments, and they were the ones who sent the votes in for Hayes. So essentially, we're going to have another contested election. Both sides are going to accuse each other of corruption, and for the second time in U.S. history, the person with the more popular votes loses, and the third time, this is the third time our election needed to be decided in the House of Representatives. So the House has to decide whose votes were valid. They set up a committee. Who went on it was very strange, very bizarre. But the key takeaway here was contested election settled by the House, but also that Reconstruction is coming to an end. The one thing that helps it come to the end is the short attention spans of the American people. The personalities that drove Reconstruction had started to die out or resign from Congress. And then another factor is that Ulysses S. Grant, that amoeba of a president, will no longer be president. So this is now how more and more Redeemers are going to start to come into power. Again, it was in 1872 that we're going to have an increasing number of pardons and white Southern and increasing number of states come back into the Union, which meant that white Southern men could vote again.